Did you know that every year, almost 1 in 5 adults in the United States suffers from a mental illness? Hello and welcome to my channel. I'll be discussing mental health, its impact on population health, and how the ecological model can help us better understand it. What is mental health? Our mental health is not just about the absence of mental illnesses. It encompasses our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act, and helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. Good mental health is important for living a balanced and fulfilling life. It also allows us to cope with the normal stresses of life, work productively, and contribute to our communities. Did you know that your mental health does not only affect you as a person, but everyone that comes in contact with you? Mental health problems are common, such as anxiety, depression, among others. According to NAMI, these types of disorders are the third most common cause of hospitalization in the U.S. for both youth and adults aged 18 through 44, primarily because mood disorders encompasses manic disorder, depression, and other combination of the two. Regardless of one's age, gender, or origin, anyone can be impacted by these difficulties. Having a mental health illness can make it challenging to live everyday life and maintain recovery. Poor mental health can lead to chronic diseases such as diabetes and cardiovascular disease, reducing quality of life and increasing healthcare costs. Beyond the individual, these challenges ripple out through our lives, our families, communities, and our world. Andre, an educator who struggles with mental illness, is now an active advocate for those affected by the disease. Andre, who has been a mental health patient, was diagnosed with schizophrenia and psychotic depression for almost 25 years. His story is one of hope and inspiration. He is fully aware of the effects of his illness and the impact it has on those whom he meets. As such, he urges those who are suffering from a mental illness how important it is to stay on top of their treatment program. For Andre, his mental illness does not define who he is as a person. He uses his experiences with the hope of helping others like himself. He is now a mental health patient and an advocate, and also an educator, a dean of discipline to be exact. What stood out from Andre's article is this statement: sickness does not discriminate, and life is about turning tables, rising tides, and changing fortunes. Dealing with his mental illness is challenging, but reaching out for support makes a difference. It is clear that taking care of our mental health is just as important as taking care of our physical health. Ecological model. This model can help us better understand what mental health is all about, which considers multiple levels of influence from individual to societal factors. This model recognizes that mental health is not solely determined by individual factors, but is shaped by a broader range of influences at multiple levels. The individual level includes biological and genetic factors, personality traits, coping skills, and individual factors. At the interpersonal level, which focuses on the influence of close relationships, such as those with family, friends, and peers. Supportive relationships can promote mental well-being, while negative or toxic relationships can contribute to mental health challenges. At the community level, it takes in factors like quality of social networks, schools, workplaces, and other institutions. Access to community resources such as mental health services and support groups all play a crucial role in shaping one's mental health. Then finally, at the societal level, which incorporates cultural norms, economic conditions, policies, and laws, the societal attitudes towards mental health, economic stability, and policies that promote mental health care access can significantly impact mental health outcomes. In viewing mental health from a social and behavioral perspective, I'll be referring to Bonfen-Benier's ecological theory, which explains how different environmental systems influence an individual's mental health. The theory consists of 5 levels. First, microsystem, which has to do with immediate relationships and interactions surrounding where direct interactions take place, such as within the family, with your peers, and at school. Then you have mesosystem, which is a connection between microsystem, that is the interaction that exists between the home and within the school context. Then you have exosystem. This has to do with your external surroundings, impacting the individual indirectly. So this takes, for example, such as workplaces, school, and community resources. So what happens at work, say for example with your parents, can indirectly affect what happens at home to other family members. Then there is the macro system, which entails cultural and societal influences. This includes economic policies, cultural norms, and public health initiatives. Then finally is the chronosystem, which means that timing influences one's interaction within and between all levels. Each level interactions so shape mental health, emphasizing that mental well-being is influenced by a complex interaction of personal relationships, community settings, societal factors on a wider scale, and change that occurs over time. By considering these multiple levels, the theory promotes a holistic understanding of mental health. Did you know that social determinants such as social support, cultural influences, and socioeconomic status play a significant role in mental health? Social support plays a very important role in mental health by providing emotional comfort, reducing stress, and enhancing coping skills. Strong social network offers a sense of belonging, increase self-esteem, and promote resilience against mental health challenges. Lack of support, on the other hand, can lead to feelings of isolation and severe mental health issues. Additionally, behaviors like physical activity, diet, and substance use can impact our mental well-being. Community programs, policy changes, and individual efforts all contribute to creating a supportive environment for mental well-being. With all of this said, what can health professionals do to promote mental health and well-being? These are a few suggestions that I think public health professionals can do in order to promote mental health and well-being. 1. By increasing access to mental health services, which will help persons in marginalized communities get the necessary treatment needed in order to cope with their illness. Secondly, by promoting social connections and community engagement. And lastly, by supporting policies that reduce socioeconomic disparities. Well, we have come to the end of an interesting discussion about mental health. But what we have learned, what mental health is, its impact on the population, the ecological model, and the importance of social and behavioral factors. Now, it is also important to remember that taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health. You or someone you know is struggling with mental health, don't hesitate to seek help. Let's continue to support each other and promote mental health awareness. I have also provided a few resources for individuals seeking help for mental health. Remember, mental health is not something to be ashamed of. For more information about mental health and the ecological model, along with Andre's story, you can visit the sites provided.